haven't met yet, my name is Dr. Brooklyn Storm. I'm a private practice coach, mentor, and supervisor. And today, what I thought I'd do is answer a question that came through on email from Lisa, who wanted some guidance around setting up referral pathways for her private practice. So, first of all, what is a referral pathway? So, for those of you who are thinking about starting a private practice or you're new to private practice, a referral pathway is simply the way that a client comes to your business. So, when we're talking about referrals, that usually implies that somebody has recommended or suggested that a client links in with you. And there are a number of different pathways that clients can find you. So I want to talk about some of those today, okay? You want to set up your referral pathways as soon as possible, and the reason for that is because the more referral pathways you have, the more likely you are to receive referrals. I think it's also really important that you monitor your referral pathways over time. So even in my business, I check my referral pathways every 6 months because you want to be able to release the ones that aren't working for you and focus your energy and your time and attention on the ones that are working for your private practice. So that's really important. We don't just set them up and forget about them. You want to diarize that there's a time each year, 2 or 3 times, where you're checking in on these referral pathways and seeing what's working for your private practice. So to give you an example of referral pathways, I have a list here, so I'll read them out for you now. Some you'll probably know, some you may not. So first off, of course, as counsellors working in private practice, we want to be attracting private clients, and there are certainly ways that you can do that, but private clients is one referral pathway. So that's self-referral. The client is going to find you and book themselves in. The second one is private with a rebate. So it's not a Medicare rebate if you're a counsellor. It would be if you're a social worker or a psychologist, but it could be a BUPA rebate, a private health fund rebate, an education fund rebate, something like that. Another pathway is, of course, NDIS. Then we've got PHN, your local primary healthcare networks. We have employee assistance programs, which are a great pathway. I know they get a bad name, but I'll do a video on this on another day. If you can get EAP work, I would grab it. I'll talk to you more about that later. There's also insurance funds that will contract you out as a counsellor. There's a DVA, so Department of Veteran Affairs, clients that you can provide services with. Also government employment services, always looking for counsellors and therapists to do some work for them. Contacting non-profit organisations. For example, I used to work for the Brotherhood of St. Lawrence, and I was a counsellor. I wasn't a psychologist or a social worker, and they would pay me to work with their people who are unemployed. Like at that stage, it was a long time ago, but it was mums returning to work, and at that point mums hadn't been required to look for work, so there was a whole lot of stuff going on there. Of course, doctors can be a fantastic referral pathway if you know how to market yourself to them, and this goes for everybody, counsellors as well as social workers and psychologists. There are some big mistakes that women in private practice make when it comes to having those meet and greets with the doctors, and I'll be happy to teach you how to do that properly. In fact, we're going over that in next week's training in the group Australian Counsellors in Private Practice Online. If you want to join that training, let me know, and I'll connect you with the group. It's a free group. And then, of course, we have 2 other pathways for referrals. So one of those is a cross referral. So cross referrals happen when you are renting a room in a private practice clinic, and maybe there are other practitioners doing different things. There might be a psychologist, a social worker, a physio, a Reiki person, an acupuncturist, a dietitian, pediatrician, whatever. So you're all in there and you cross refer. So you share the same client group, but you all support that client differently. So there's no competition. You cross refer. And then the last one is, of course, through peer-to-peer collaborations. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different referral pathways that I've just given you there. So look, it can feel overwhelming. Where do you begin setting these up? How do you know which ones are right for you? I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to feel clear, in control, and confident. So if this list is enough and you feel like you can run with it, go for it and keep me posted. Let me know how you go setting up your referral pathways and monitoring those. But if you're wanting a little bit more support around that, then I would encourage you to either jump in the group for counsellors, the Australian Counsellors in Private Practice Online, or send me a message and I'm happy to give you some guidance as well. I'm more than happy to do that just for you. So yeah, let me know if this was helpful or if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. I hope that you have a really, really great, fantastic day, and I will talk to you all a little bit later. Bye.